may as well preemptively start the recording while waiting for him to join. Should I do the intro? I'm still kinda. He's doing stuff. That's fine. You're 1 minute ahead of the game anyway. I am very proud of that. God, I mean, it was rescheduled to be a day late, but you know, the little victories matter. Frick, let me turn off the light. Very soft spoken, so I need to max out his volume as well, like with Synops. Now I'll lower this later. I want to listen to this. I'm so hyped. This part of the song isn't in the base Path to Nowhere game. It was made specifically for the release of the OST, which is very epic. Love it when OSTs do that, kinda like how Danmaku Unlimited 3, the first stage, suddenly hits you with that extended version for Yesterday's Tomorrow. Yes, that's the name of a song. I'm gonna go play another one. Hopefully he either has his stuff muted right now or something. Or at the very least he has an earphone. Oh hey, he actually has. I actually meant to tell him about this yesterday. Oops. Right, let me kind of worthless to have a code if I'm just gonna have it shown like this whenever we're, well, it's not like this is a live stream. No one watches anyway, and no one's gonna try and snipe, stream snipe. Ugh. I like stone since that one's actually pretty dark. Fish. Oh, may as well set up. How do we use share again? Do I just give the link? Yeah, just give the link.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Hmm.
Okay.
Ah, you are here
Yep.
at last.
Yes.
Are you ready to play?
Yeah. Grab my dice here.
Hell yeah, I almost gave up hope. I didn't even bother preparing until I was absolutely sure you'd show up. So, in other words, I'm not quite prepared yet. Well, that doesn't really matter. For now, you should go to table code and join in on the game. The password is at the very top of that channel.
Password. Oh, I do not have the permission to view the message. They do not
The
have.
the password. It's asking you to get a password or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yun. How?
Password
Sorry. Ah, there you
is that. It's at the very top. It's a pinned message in table code. I'm pretty sure. Or not. Okay. I'll pin that later then.
go. There you go.
I guess.
Albert Road.
Wow. Why are those labels so tiny? Can I copy paste them?
I think.
Guess not.
Wait. Can type ko na lang. Hindi ko pwede mga copy paste. X B.
You have the character sheet open now, though, right?
Yeah.
For your character. I'm remade everything, but in freaking Google Docs, because I'm a crazy person.
Okay. I'm also here na sa Albert Radio.
Should I make a new thing without a password?
That's fine. Yeah, you can also do that.
Gosh darn it. Well, it's not like safety is all that big of an issue anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, start game. No password. And there.
No, thanks. Copy link and paste. Okay, here.
Are you here? Oh, yeah, you are. You are Giant Owl?
It's guess nickname, I think. I'm change it.
Try moving the green circle.
There you go.
That's something you can do.
Is it moving?
No. Try releasing your hand once you have it on a new location. Hey, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see the movements. Alright. Very good, very good. Let me just check the recording real quick, which, by the way, yeah, I wasn't joking. We are indeed recording this. So I'm gonna ask
So,
again if that's alright with you.
it's fine. Pero okay lang ba mag-Tagalog din?
Yes, that is fine. No one watches these videos anyway. They're just for archiving purposes, so I can watch them whenever I want.
Sige. Okay.
And yes, you
Let's
can
go.
speak in Tagalog. I have plenty of players that just speak in Tagalog. As long as we can understand each other, nothing else really matters.
Okay.
Ah, right, I remember now. If you are ready, I shall play the opening song now. As is tradition for me
Yeah.
when
Let's
starting
go.
a game. Hell yeah, I can't believe this is happening. Hello there, everyone. I am Remix, and welcome to a new tabletop game. This time, instead of Open Legend, I'll be playing in the system that everyone plays, which is Dungeons and Dragons. Joining me is, well, he calls himself Synox. For privacy reasons, I guess I'm not gonna tell his name unless you're okay with that.
Felix is fine.
Who cares? No one needs to know what your real name is. Alright, the name of this campaign is Coalescent Power. Although you would have known that if you click this video, because it's in the title. First chapter and stuff. So, yeah, Synox, he's a new player. In terms of info about him, well, what's there to say? We're friends, I guess, in school. This time I'm finally playing with someone who isn't my relative. I'm honestly just really happy to be able to play again, so let's not waste time. Well, actually, we are wasting time because I want to listen to the entire ending, the opening song. I made that cut myself. Alright, I had like a readout thingy to do. There it is, I think this is it. To start the game off. I wanna play freaking something fitting. Some nice ambiance. If I can find the song. Doing it in Discord is a lot more inconvenient than how I used to do it. Yeah, there it is.
Smells like a new journey.
Hell yeah.
Adventure awaits.
Alright, so it is beautiful. The best part about playing online is I can just read out loud and not have to bother and worry about memorizing my lines. No eye contact. Hell yeah. It's the best, actually. I changed my mind about online play. It is a beautiful and bright morning in the city streets of Freyshawn. The marketplace streets are crowded and loud, as it usually is during this time. Vendors all around are proclaiming loudly about, oh my god, this is so long, about how high quality their goods are and how affordable they are. Ooh, people familiar with each other gather in circle to discuss about their daily goings and problems, and laugh with various cars when pass by, coming and going at a relatively natural pace. Yes, there are cars in this world, deal with it. Yet, a peculiar crowd can be found gathering in the marketplace center, with a fountain as a centerpiece. Am I talking too fast, by the way? Can you understand me well?
Little bit, yeah.
Good enough. The crowd gather and whisper among each other, and a few will occasionally join in the crowd to see what the fuss is about. At the center of that crowd were two people. A policewoman, clad in armor, shining a radiant sky blue, as she eyed down the other person in the crowd, with a hand on the handle of the blade of her hip, ready for a fight. The demon she was focused on was not human. The red skin and horns meant this disinterested-looking man was a demon. Oh, by the way, I was hoping I could introduce this a little bit more seamlessly, but I feel like I need to mention this. This is important. You did make this character, but I did make some changes to the character. I didn't change anything stat-wise, but flavor-wise. I was hoping I could run a game that only had humans, but you made a character before session 1, and I understand how hard it is to make characters, so I've decided I'm dealing with it. However, Tiefling, I don't like that name. So in this world, there are only two races. Humans who reside in the human realm, and demons who reside in the demon realm. And I also fleshed out your backstory a little bit further, if that's fine for you.
That's fine.
If you go to the very bottom of your character sheet, you should see the section called Profile. The only thing I don't really have all that fleshed out in your profile would be your appearance, because I don't know what you look like apart from what you wrote in the character sheet, which is that you have red skin, yellow eyes, and black hair, as well as the other stuff like your height and weight and stuff.
That's fine. It's just random bullshit.
Yeah,
When it comes to
it's a good enough description for Astridius Hexenelide. I also gave you a last name. You're welcome.
Okay.
Anyway, so where was I? But yeah, other than that, everything else is still the same here, and I made sure this thing is very usable. Maybe you should take a look at your stuff while I was doing all that shit. That would have been nice to tell you. God, again, I'm not very prepared here. I was kind of pessimistic about all this. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. I would kiss you if I could. An apology, but that's probably gay, and you probably wouldn't like that. Anyway, Iris is the name of this policewoman in the armor, and she talks to you. That book that you are carrying, give it to me, she says. Forcefully. She is referring to the book that you have on your person, that you are carrying. In fact, you have it on your hand. And yeah, you guys are surrounded by a crowd right now. As Iris speaks that, you overhear everyone else that are talking. And you hear the crowds whisper amongst themselves, "Hey, isn't that Iris? Yes, she's the Holy Knight. Mommy, is there something? Is there a criminal? Is there a bad demon that's trying to do bad things in the city?" And other such things. What does Astrinius feel about this? And more importantly, is he gonna say or do anything back? Iris has her hand ready to draw her sword at any moment. By the way, she's in a stance that says she's ready to slice people up if you say something funny to her face.
Well, yung pwede ba mag-voice acting or straight to the
By the
point?
way, can you speak louder? I have you at max volume and everything, but you're really quiet. And I don't even have my music playing all that loudly.
I think my mic is kind of broken. Pero, is it fine na hindi ako masyadong magaling sa voice lines or something like that?
If you want to do voice acting, that's fine. If you don't want to do voice acting, that's perfectly fine as well.
Okay.
Just say what you want.
Okay.
And it'll all be good.
Okay.
As
I figure Okay. As I figure out my surroundings, questioning
you don't
why
have to
the
speak
woman.
in English again. Just reminding. But if you want to speak in English, then that's fine. Good practice, you know. We are in an English-speaking school and stuff.
Okay. Sa pwede mag-Taglish.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. That's what my mom does as well. When we play.
When I was confused when the woman approached me as he was about to slice me, I questioned the police.
Iris isn't about to slice you yet. She's
in a stance muna.
Yeah, she's just in a ready stance to fight. And yeah, she's a police. By the way, as far as you're aware, you haven't really committed any criminal activity yet, apart from being a demon in a street of humans.
Okay then. And I asked a question to Iris.
And,
are you racist?
What did you say?
Are you racist? That's my question.
Let me make something clear here. Iris responds swiftly. I could care less if you're a human or a demon or even an alien from outer space. I'm really only interested in that thing you're carrying with you. That book. She once again mentions the book that you're carrying. You are familiar with it. You've had it with you for quite some time now, and it's very important to you. It's a powerful item after all. You can't just hand it over to anyone.
So I begin to bargain a way of talking out of this. Make a deal. Since I'm a demon, I made deals.
Alright, you're trying to bargain. What exactly are you trying to bargain out of her then?
Other than the book I have, I shall give her. Where's my?
Forgot about my DM screen. That's very important. It has my skill list. I might need to ask you to make a roll here.
Fuck it. Well, I'm just ready to battle.
Wait, okay, so you're not gonna bother? You're not gonna bother with talking any further?
Since I have... Probably she won't be happy trading with me.
Yes, she seems dead set on getting that book on you
Well,
that you're carrying, and it doesn't seem like she'll take no for an answer. Although you could roll an insight check if you want.
ooh, insight. Okay, I'll try to roll an insight check, please.
Alright, I'm gonna trust you're being honest with your dice.
Okay.
Your insight is you don't have any, yeah, no proficiency, so it's just your wisdom, which is a +1.
+1. Okay. What kind of dice do I roll?
Hmm?
Is it?
It's D&D. You really only roll a d20 unless specified otherwise.
Okay, here we go.
Speaking of which, where's my dice? There they are.
Oof.
Hmm?
My first roll. I
What
roll
is
on that.
your first roll?
I roll on that one.
Amazing. Alright. Well, you were already considering not bothering and fighting back, but you lost your patience when you tried to look at Iris intently. Oh, by the way, you don't know her name, but it's too inconvenient for me to keep calling her police woman, so I'm just gonna call her by her name.
Okay, Iris.
But one of your character flaws is that you hate it when people look at you funny or something. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The way she's looking at you, you don't like it. It irritates you to no end that you decide you're just straight up gonna beat the shit out of her now. So
Roll.
you open your book or whatever and begin engaging in combat, or you draw a dagger. I don't know how you want to escalate this.
Ooh. Is it roll for initiative?
Hmm?
Is it roll for initiative?
What are you doing? I do not roll initiative. But, I guess I may as well explain it. Your initiative will always be your dexterity score, not modifier. Your score.
So 14.
All enemies abide by that rule as well. If there is a tie between you and the enemy, you take priority and you will always go first. So if you have a dexterity of 10, the enemy also has a dexterity of 10. It's a tie, but since you're the player, you have privileges, and you go first. Because I'm just that nice. Anyway, you go first. As a matter of fact.
Okay. It's my second roll. Oh fuck. So I roll.
What are you? Hey, before you roll, tell me what you're doing.
Oh yeah, D20. I roll for D20. Yeah?
Yes, you roll a d20. What are you doing? I know you're attacking, but like,
oh wait,
are you casting a
sorry.
spell? Are you throwing your freaking dagger? You guys are about 5-ish meters apart, by the way.
I forgot na pala. Wala na pala yung initiative. Okay, I went closer to her and I used. Yeah, let's. Yeah, I'm gonna stab her with a dagger.
Alright, hold on.
Tickle her with my dagger.
Should have learned how to use this plot a little better. Alright, so you're going to run up to her and stab her?
Yep.
Alright. That works for me. Alright, so you use your move to move close, and then you're gonna strike. So, roll your d20. It says here you have a +4 to hit with the dagger.
By the way, yung movement pala, 5 meters, 5 feet, or movement.
In real life conversion, 1 feet is equal to 0.33 something something meters. But I've simplified it to 2 meters is equal to 5 feet. And you have a base movement of 12 meters. So yes, you can reach Iris with your movement.
Okay. I roll for hit.
Yes, roll to hit.
Ooh, 19. Plus 4.
Alright.
That's it.
A
That's
19 most certainly hits. Now you roll your damage. 1d4 plus 2 piercing.
Okay. 3, baby! Plus 2, that's 5.
You dealt 5 damage. Nice. I mean the odds were pretty low, but you rolled very well. Alright. Losing your patience, you immediately rush up to her. Iris is caught off guard, but doesn't seem all that concerned. You take out your knife and stab the policewoman right at one and you manage to successfully evade the metallic parts of her armor and actually get into one of the crevices. You know, the because armor isn't entirely made. There's like places so that the limbs can move. I forgot what they're called, but yeah, you stab her there, and she gets hurt.
Nice.
And then she sees the knife lunged into her shoulder. Not shoulder, because there's usually shoulder guards. Like the arm brace thingy. She looks at that for a brief moment, and then she looks back at you and says, "That wasn't very smart of you." It is her turn now. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind blows upwards, blowing Iris's long blue flowing hair upwards along with yours, and you feel the need to cover your eyes a bit. But from what you can see, it seems that you are not the only one with special powers, and this policewoman has one as well. Where's my D20? By the holy might bestowed upon me, you shall perish, demon, she says with a booming voice as she finally unsheathes her beautiful and deadly looking long sword. She raises it upwards and swings it down. That is my action to do an attack. That is a 19 plus 6. That is a 25. I believe I don't need to ask if that hits.
Oh god. Did I fuck up?
Alright. Swinging with the full force of both of her hands, wielding her long sword, she slashes down at ya. For a 4 plus 4, that is 8 points of damage. Oh,
I didn't.
that is 7 points of damage.
Oh
She
god,
slashes open your abdomen, and blood starts spewing out, and you scream in agonizing pain. You let go of the dagger. You take away the dagger that you had plunged into Iris, and you stagger backwards in pain. You had that book. And yet you decided to stab at me, and, and yet you decided to engage me in melee combat? How foolish. You have the Forbidden Codex. That is what that book is called, is it not? It should allow you access to plenty of destructive magics. And yet still, you decide to try stabbing me. That is why I asked that you hand that over to me. Clearly you don't know how to wield it,
Oof.
she says mockingly. Anyway, I decided I don't want you to die round 1, so it's round 2 now, and it is your turn, as usual. What do you do?
Oh, that was a very stupid.
I forgot how frail you were.
God, so I'm down to my 8, right?
You
Eight
are
points.
at 1 hit point. Oh, I
Okay.
count up, by the way, not down, since it's way easier for me to add. So when it says 7 out of 8 there, that means you've taken 7 damage total. Not you have taken 1 damage.
Okay, then because of that, I went 10 meters apart from Iris to gain some distance.
Alright.
I went back a bit.
Normally, moving away while in melee range would make you subject to an attack of opportunity. But since Iris is very nice, she's giving you a chance to run away.
Okay.
Alright, so you run away. I assume you're taking the dash action.
Yep, the dash.
Alright, so you push away the crowds and make a run. Book it the hell out of there. And as you do, you hear heavy metal clanging. After a short while, Iris seems to be chasing after you. And to add insult to injury, you also hear sirens. It appears there's police cars as well now involved.
Okay. Since it has come to that, we're in the middle of the town, right? In town square.
Yes, you are in a town square thingy, and you're now running in the roads of the market, of the bustling marketplace and stuff. I'm just gonna go remove these things now. There's no way to just remove them, and I really need to run into these. Anyway, the distance between you and Iris is, I'll say, freaking like 15 meters, I'll say. There's a 15-meter distance between ya. Iris seems to be letting you go. But she's still chasing after you regardless. Anyway, yeah. You run, Iris chases after you, that's that round. So now it's the next round. You know the deal.
Okay, I use one of my spells.
A level spell or a cantrip? Probably level 0.
Level spells. I use command.
Alright.
Okay.
That is a wisdom saving throw. And your spell save is 13. Interesting. Alright, before I roll, I would like to ask what exactly you are going to say. It is only a single word. I believe that is how command works.
Yeah.
Let me search that real quick. Warlock spells. First level. Oh no, it's a patron spell. Beam. Command. You speak a one-word command, yeah. Target within 24 meters.
Is it reachable? Yep.
On the chance that this hits, what are you going to say?
I use flee. The target
You're gonna tell her to Run in the opposite direction. I see, I see. Alright,
Yep.
I shall... Hold on,
Very
where's
good.
my wisdom? Saving throw. Ah, interesting. And I need to roll a 13 or higher. 17. What happens when the spell fails? The spell is not dead. It's dead. Okay, if it fails, it just fails.
Yep.
Alright. You open your book and flip through its pages and chant some incantations. You briefly turn around and shout some commands at Iris. Flee from me, mortal, you say. However, Iris, still holding her sword, still with her sword readied and still running towards you. It appears the spell didn't work. Huh, so you're trying to cast that spell. I remember when that spell was used against me. I already know how to defend against such a spell. It won't work on me, she says, as she continues running. And, yeah.
Okay.
It is now her turn, and since you didn't do your action dashing, that basically guarantees that you and Iris are back in melee now. So, she's now going to... what do you call it again? Combat. I'm not gonna damage you, it's another type of thing. Actions in combat. Isn't there like... there it is, grappling. Take the attack action to grapple. Yes, alright. You can tell I've never really played the system that much. Okay, so it's an attack action, so it uses the usual. I'm assuming it's strength. So let's do this. I rolled a 14. Does a 14 hit? It sure does. Iris, upon finally catching up to you, lunges towards you. One hand on your shoulder, and then the other that has her sword behind your, with the launched in front of you, and now the blade is behind your neck, and he's choke holding you, and she's very ready to stab you and stuff. Oh no, it's an athletics check contested by the target's athletics or acrobatics check. Ah, I see. Do we have athletics? Yes.
Oh no.
Alright. You know what? This is my blunder, so I'm giving you a chance. Now that I know how this works. Alright, so I'm rolling athletics, and you will also roll athletics or acrobatics. It is your choice.
Acrobatics. Okay. I'll roll
acrobatics is dexterity, so of course that's what you would choose, yes.
Yep. Since I have -1 in my athletics, I'm gonna choose acrobatics since +2.
Yeah, dexterity is +2.
Oh well. Yes, I got 8 plus 2, that's 10.
That's 10. Alright. And I rolled a
It's not
4
hard.
plus 3 plus 2, that's a 9. Okay! By 1 point. Your odds weren't looking too good there, but thankfully you managed to pull through. Alright, she tries to chokehold you still, but this time you're actually able to push Iris away by kicking at her leg after noticing that her armor is quite top heavy. you manage to trick her temporarily, just enough to get her for you to overthrow her grappling attempts to subdue you. Uh, if you were a witty character that likes to do one-liners like a stupid ass anime protag, you'd say, "Sorry, but I prefer being on top of women," or something. I don't know.
Adam's generic.
Yes, I know. That is not canon. Astrinius never said that. I said Astrinius said that, which means Astrinius didn't say that because Astrinius is Xenos' character. Anyway, it's round 4 now, and you hear some noises. Officer Iris, we've been informed of the commotion. What is happening? Oh, backup, huh? Stand back, she says. I'll handle this on my own for now. The guards, which there are 2 of them, I've decided, will look at themselves confounded, but they seem to trust her, and they let you, and they don't join in on the fight. I'll admit you do have some cleverness apart from that stupid blunder you did at the beginning, but allow me to test your smartness again and give you another chance to make a more informed decision. Now that we've had this little runaround, give me the Forbidden Codex. She speaks.
Oof. Okay.
I'd roll intimidation, but there's really no need.
Since hindi yun natuloy yung chokehold, am I free from her or still beside her?
What are you doing?
Okay, I'll cast a mirror illusion. Oh wait, before I cast that, I step back 5 feet apart from her.
Yes,
Or make it them.
you are within melee range indeed, yes. What are you doing?
I step back 5. I step back 5 feet apart from her. So.
Okay, she allows it.
And
no
I
opportunity attack still.
Yep.
She's curious what you're planning on doing since she is trying to negotiate with you.
Okay. I'll use mirror illusion. Cat trick.
You're going to cast a minor illusion. That's what you're saying. For some reason, I keep hearing mirror illusion.
Sorry, minor pala. Minor.
So you were saying minor illusion. It was a Discord being a bitch. Alright, what does minor illusion do? You create a sound or an image.
I created an image.
I see. You create a small little illusion.
Yep.
So what is the illusion you're trying to conjure?
There's the thing. I created the same book in my hand.
You're gonna try passing off a fake.
Yep. I created another. What's it called again? Forbidden Codex.
Creature uses action to examine the sound or image. Intelligence investigation check. Well, it doesn't say you need to roll anything, so it seems it's all up to Iris here. You create an illusion of a book of the Forbidden Codex, and then you lay it out, to Iris. Is there like something you're gonna say along with the illusion?
One. Eerie. Find the book you're looking for.
What?
Okay, that was kind of cringe, but I'm just gonna throw. Okay, this is kind of sundown, but I'm gonna throw the real book.
Wait, what? Can you say that again? Again, you're still really quiet and they have a hard time
Sorry.
hearing you sometimes.
Sorry. Since I created another forbidden codex, which is delusion, this sounds kind of dumb, but I'm gonna misdirect, or let's say a fake. I throw the book, but the thing is, I throw the real book.
Why would you throw away the book?
Because the classic, you throw the fake one, you had the real one. So
Oh, it's the fake book you're throwing, not the actual book. I see.
no, no, it's quite the opposite.
Oh, you're throwing. Oh, I see. That's pretty clever, I guess.
I'm throwing
So
the real book.
since Astrinius is already aware, uh, Iris has already made it clear that she knows about the kinds of stuff the Forbidden Codex can do. You decide to come up with a big brain plan, which I really like. Alright, so you cast a minor illusion of the Forbidden Codex and then you show it to Iris. Iris raises her eyebrow. She's clearly suspicious that you're suddenly being so willing and cooperative to give the book. But then all of a sudden, you bring out another Forbidden Codex and then you throw it as far as you can. And Iris sees that, it sees it flying away, and then she looks at you, clearly irritated. And you come up with a witty line or something. You say, "If this is okay with you, I'm gonna be talking for Estrinius. So you must
Yes.
be aware that that my let me start over. You must be aware that I can create minor illusions with that book. So I've made an illusion of the book. But here's the $1 million question: Is the book that I threw the real one, or is it an illusion?" As you say that, Iris is very frustrated. You can see her grip on her sword tightening. Uh, and she turns around to the guards. Guards, chase after that book!
Oh no, I
And
think
Iris uh, moves in closer to you once again. I don't think I'll let you get away. I know you have the advantage as long as you have distance,
oh no.
she says. And the guards move to get the book. So, I'm my sword is still right next to you, and I'm ready to slash it. If that was the real book that you threw, then I guess you could say it's game over for you. But if it isn't, well, I'm giving you a chance then. Go cast a flame spell on me or something. I dare you. It, I should be very vulnerable to it, what with all my armor.
Hmm. Okay. Is it my turn?
So, what do you do?
Okay. Did I use all my dash or meron pa ako?
Did you use all your what?
My dash?
Uh,
Or
no. As far as this round is concerned, if we're still thinking this is a combat scenario, which it isn't anymore, this is a negotiation, you
okay.
haven't really spent any actions yet.
Okay. So hmm, I like to
Oh, sure, that's the wrong song. Dang it.
use the spell again, the command.
Okay, so, there's a big problem with that. You see,
It
you
only counts
kind of
once.
threw away your book and now you can't cast any spells.
Ugh. So is it one-time use? Ganun.
Hmm? What do you mean one-time use?
Or is there a limit to what I use yung spells?
Hmm?
Because there's
As a level 1 warlock, you can cast your cantrips as many times as you want, but for your level 1 spells, that's still the wrong song. For your level 1 spells, you can cast them twice per day. You've already casted command once. You still can cast it again, but again, you threw the book away.
Okay. So I need the book in order to activate.
Yeah, no shit. I thought that was obvious.
Hindi, nalimutan ko pala meron pala guards. They went to down in my plans. Okay.
Well,
Pero
you still have options.
cat
I'm not
trip.
gonna tell it. I'm not gonna say. But there's still a way you can to get the advantage on this.
Okay. Pero
There we
yung
go.
cat
That's the
trip,
song.
I can use it multiple times.
Use what multiple times?
Cat trip.
Hmm?
Cantrip. Yung
Your
mga cantrips.
cantrips? Again,
Yep.
that's a spell. The level 0 spells are also, well, I just said it. It's a spell.
So I really needed the book.
Yep. The book is kind of the source of your magic. It's the feed that you've gotten your warlock powers from.
Okay.
You may not have the book, but you still have something else
Okay.
in your person that you could potentially use. Again, I won't spell it out. I'm giving you a chance here. I'm even playing freaking advantageous music. The song that plays when you're winning. Don't let the song down.
That's the thing. Violence is always my answer.
No, you're wrong. Violence isn't an answer. Violence is a question, and the answer is always yes.
Okay, since I think only melee. That's if I choose violence, but should I persuade? Persuasion? I'll never know that.
You're gonna try talking now?
Yep. I'll try talking now.
Alright. So,
I got no options.
what exactly are you persuading out of Iris?
Okay. Opens to this.
I'm more than happy to give you options as to what you can say, actually.
Yeah. I need a little bit of help because my imagination is kind of developed.
Alright. Persuasion. Although... hold on, let me check. Do you have... Yeah, you have deception. You could instead try deception and lie. So I'm giving you two options. You can go for deception and pretend you're casting a very long-winded and powerful spell with your fake book, or you could try asking Iris why she wants the book or something. A sort of distraction, which actually that's still deception, isn't it? Although I guess it's more fitting as persuasion. So yeah, those are your two options. One is more likely to succeed than the other.
Since I have already attacked her without talking way of her, so I'm just gonna option one. I'm gonna pick option one.
Alright, you're gonna try deceiving Iris that you're casting a powerful spell.
Oh yeah, since I already tried it. Yeah, let's try it.
So this would be charisma deception, I suppose. Wow, you have a +5 on it. I see. So plus your proficiency, that's a +7 against my wisdom insight, I believe. Or is it perception? I don't really know the difference. Well, they're both wisdom anyway.
Okay. So I roll for deception?
Yes, I have also rolled already. I rolled a 19, so your odds are still pretty good. You need to roll a 12 or higher.
Okay, here it goes. Ooh, a 16.
A 16 plus 7, that is a 23.
Oh god.
Alright, so, you begin chanting some fancy, muttering words. You say, before you do the subterfuge, you ask Iris a question. How well do you know the spell's books, really? Iris doesn't Iris doesn't respond, so you continue. Then, perhaps, are you aware of the spell I'm about to cast? You raise both of your hands, and then you begin chanting some spells, and then you begin shaking your hands. Your fists start shaking as if you're preparing for like a really powerful melee attack of some kind. Iris, not wanting to take any chances, decides to step away, very far away from you, as fast as she can. As she does that, the guards finally retrieve the book. They give it to her, and to her surprise, it's the real book. But roll dexterity to hide.
Okay.
With advantage.
Dexterity.
Do you know how advantage and disadvantage works?
Does the modifiers or no?
If I say you have advantage, you roll 2 d20s. You roll the d20 twice, and whatever you roll, whatever had the highest result, that's what you use as your roll.
Okay.
Disadvantage is the opposite, where you keep the lowest of the 2 rolls instead.
Okay. So advantage.
Yes, you have advantage. Dexterity, stealth, I suppose.
Oof. Can look good. I have a 4 and a 7. So.
So you keep the 7.
Yep.
7.
Oh god.
Plus 2. That's a 9 against Iris's passive perception. Unfortunately, a bit of your tail, Iris was able to see a bit of your tail as you rounded a corner, so you couldn't get away fast enough. And you have, before you could even think if you were able to get away, you hear sirens and metal clanging. They're already chasing after you. And yeah, there's no real need to roll here.
So
You already see Iris is right behind you, and there's even a police car. But as you guys are ready to resume this game of tag you've been playing, and Iris is running extra fast this time, by the way, and she's actually managing to keep up with you, to catch up to you, along with the police car. A sudden news broadcast interrupts you. There's like a TV shop nearby, and it says some very disturbing news that everyone can hear. The police radio is also broadcasting the news, so it's very hard to miss. Where's the? All right, so this just in, the news reporter says there has been a murder in, what did I call this freaking city again? God, why did I give it Freyshon? There's been a murder in Freyshon. The head priest of Lazuria Parish has been killed. 28 stab wounds, may I add. The leading suspect, and it's very likely that this suspect is indeed the murderer, one Iris Lazuria, the, the head priest's that was killed's foster daughter. Why she would do such a thing still remains a mystery, but investigations are already happening. You and Iris are both just standing still and watching this broadcast, while the police guards are still trying to get their cars ready or something, because the chase hasn't happened. I'm not very good at describing things. The point is, the guards are still far away, but they've also heard the news.
Oh,
In other words, and yeah, the policewoman trying to chase after you is a murderer who just recently murdered her foster father, person, priest thing.
get them. Shame.
Uh, Iris uh, gives not she doesn't give, but she flaunts your book at you. Remember that I still have this, and if you want it back, you're going to help me escape from the police right now. She says.
Okay. So I would be rather be killed or help a wanted
So
person.
what do you do? You could just get away from her, but at the same time, she does have that book.
Oh no, the
And
book.
who knows if
Yeah.
you'll be able to get it back, especially after they take her into custody.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I would run. That's karma for you, bitch.
Hmm? Wait, so you're running?
Yep. Since if she was in custody and goes to prison, I would just rather retrieve it secretly than so on. Is that the best option? No?
Hmm. Yes, I suppose that is indeed an option. All right. So you ponder your options for a moment until ultimately you decide to do the secret Joestar technique and run. You book it the fuck out. It's not worth it against someone who's potentially, whoa, you suddenly turned thick. That wasn't my intention.
Hello?
You book it. Iris just stares at you. She doesn't leave her place. The police car just slowly drives towards Iris. They don't bother catching up to you because for now, their captain, police, woman, person is more important than some random demon. Iris uh, hands herself in easily, without much trouble, and yeah, you get away.
Nice! Although I'm almost dead, but nice! Great! First cup. First gun.
Hold on, we still got 30 minutes. We're gonna role play you trying to get that book back right away, as a
Okay.
matter of fact. All right, so once you are absolutely safe and you make sure no one's following you, You finally managed to catch a breather. You've lost your book, which means you need to get it back uh, and stuff. You hear whispers in your head. The only time you remember these whispers happening was before you got the book. And the whispers in a beautiful, seductive woman's voice. It tells you, "Bring, take me back," and stuff like that. That was my best seductress voice. Was that hot? Don't answer that. I don't want to know.
That's
I'll
right.
be disappointed either way.
Okay.
Anyway, you rent an inn for the night, and you take a long rest. So I'm gonna recover you back to full health now and stuff.
Nice. Eight
So
ba?
it's been about, let's say, 2 days have passed now, and you're just on your inn without really any idea where your book might have been, or even where Iris could have been taken. You had no choice but to wait until further news arrives. But as you're having breakfast at the inn, uh, you overhear the radio at the inn. This just in. We've received confirmation of Iris and stuff. Yes, this is totally something a real news reporter would say. Anyway, this is the exact place Iris is being taken custody. She's in there. We're bringing that up into account because I don't know. That'll give us that seems like it'll give more viewer attention and stuff. And they've been interrogating her for 2 days, but until they can find motive, the police don't find it acceptable to just kill her right off the bat. So instead, they're gonna continue interrogating her a little further, and all of her belongings are currently confiscated or whatever.
Nice.
So, knowing that, you set up an infiltration route, I suppose, to try getting your stuff back. So, I guess we're in the PD now. We're in the police department. We're in the precinct that Iris is apparently being held. It is currently meeting hours. Just thought I'd let that. Just thought I'd say that. You know, for
Meat
people,
hours.
people can talk to prisoners. Hour.
Ah, okay. Is it nighttime or daytime?
It is morning. I don't think any sane police department would send their meeting times for prisoners in the
In
morning,
the day. Okay.
in the night. So it's the midday, and you just finished lunch, and you're just standing outside for now, contemplating what you'll do.
Hmm.
Because honestly, I have no idea what you could do here either.
So, hmm. How about I use stealth to get in? Oh wait,
Use what?
I use stealth to get in, or am I wanted or no?
You are not wanted, as
Since
far
I
as you're aware. It's safe to say, well, you were able to get to the precinct without much trouble, so you can safely assume that Iris just had some sort of mysterious grudge. Are you curious about that, or are you just interested in getting the book? How does
yeah,
Astra feel about Iris so far?
to be honest, she was kind of like
A prick?
yep. He just
Understandable.
demands out of nowhere, having a great day, then suddenly
Well,
like,
before you can attempt to sneak in, you first maybe want to do some reconnaissance, some scouting, because you really don't know what the place looks like.
oh,
Info would
oh,
help rather than just blindly going in.
so is
You
that
are aware of that much at least when it comes to stealthy infiltrations.
okay? So is that insight or investigation roll
Again,
for?
I don't really know. Investigation, insight, perception, what do they all mean? I could read them up right now, but I'm lazy. So I'm
Yeah,
just gonna make a guess and say it. I mean, it's more accurately, it should be a wisdom check, but insight doesn't really make sense, and perception is just looking.
okay.
Yeah,
So
I'll go with investigation. Then I'll agree with you for that for now.
okay, I roll for investigation.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
God damn it! Why? Why? I got a 4.
Oof. So plus your wisdom, since you don't have proficiency in it, it's just the base plus one. So that is a 5.
Why my roll sucks, man?
Uh, Investigating a police department, definitely you can't succeed that with a 5. So that's a fail. But by the way, I do a special type of failure called progressive failing or whatever
Okay.
that's called, where basically if you fail, it's not just outright failure, because outright failure is just boring most of the time. If a fail will result in the story becoming stagnant, then I'll make it a success. But there's a twist. Or just a failure, but there's still an alternative solution anyway. Failure, but the
Cool.
story progresses. In this case, we kind of want the story to progress, so I'm gonna say you still succeed in investigating.
Thank you.
However, you're not able to come up with any good routes, and you can't tell the patrols. But at the very, you can't even what you tried asking if you could go to the prison area. But since you're kind of a fucking demon and no one feels the need to trust you, they straight up deny any request you make. So you kind of just have to begrudgingly go out. But as you're going out, you overhear some police talking. So you very quickly hide in a wall and just try to sneak a peek into what they're saying. So, any info about Boss Iris yet? Yeah, we've been interrogating her for 2 days now, and we still haven't gotten any info out of her. Man, why would our boss do that? She's like the most kind person I know, right? Yeah, I've been sir. I went to this police department because I wanted to serve under her. She's the so-called Holy Knight. She's done so much on the war against humans and demons. Although
Oh god.
in the recent interrogation with Iris that just ended, the interrogators actually brought some of her stuff with her. Uh, there's her sword, of course, the Knight of Firmament. That's the name of her sword, I believe. And then there's the other book. She called it the Forbidden Codex. She says it was from her beloved, and that she'll do anything to make sure it stays within her. So, I heard they're actually letting her keep the book for now. It's a gift of, it's a remnant gift of fate, and it doesn't seem like she's capable of using it. So they thought, the interrogator thought they might play a little nicer this time and see if she'll be more open for interrogation in tomorrow's interrogation. But yeah, what is that book? I think, if I remember correctly, you kind of start to leave now after that, because whatever else they talk about after that is not important anymore. You've heard everything that you needed. So, apparently, the book is in her cell right this moment, and that tomorrow they're gonna try interrogating her again.
Nice.
So, that give you any ideas on what you might want to do?
Mm, I wanna. But,
Again, though, I'll mention this.
yeah.
It is meeting hours. People are allowed to pay visits to inmates in the precinct.
Okay, I'll
That's a
pay
hint,
her.
hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Okay, I'll pay her a visit then.
Hmm?
I'll, I'll pay her a visit.
Can I ask
Mm,
what microphone you're using? Where are you
It's
right now?
kind
Are you on mobile or PC?
of, PC. It's kind of old. It's been 4 years.
PC, and like what's the microphone you're using? It's just the PC's
It's
microphone.
part of a headset.
I see. Then what is that headset then?
Tilex. I forget the brand. Their specific brand talaga pero Tilex.
All
Yeah,
right.
Tilex.
I believe I can do something for you right now. So
Okay.
I want you to hover your mouse to your volume. You know, it's on the window. It's in the task window thingy at the bottom, and it looks
Yeah.
like the speaker thingy. And I want you to right click that and go to sounds. What is the OS of that PC? It should be, is it Windows?
Yeah, Windows
Is it Windows 10 or 7?
10.
10. Alright, so go to sounds, right click, and go to sounds.
Yep. Mm,
A
Okay.
thingy should open. Go to the recording tab,
Recording. Yeah.
and then you should see your microphone there. If you try talking, the green bar should lit up, letting you know that that's that one is getting some inputs. Click that and go to its properties.
Property.
Are you following so far?
Yep.
Alright, now that you're in properties, go to levels.
Levels.
There
Ah,
you should
micro.
see two bars. One one is the volume and one is the boost. If the volume is at 100, set it to 100. And if you have the boost option, raise it up by a few decibels. I have mine at 20, in fact.
Point. Okay.
Nice. I
Is
can hear
it good now?
static now. And your end. Nice.
So,
But
so
you are indeed certainly louder now.
is that good or should I put it in a lower? 10? 20.
Hmm. Uh, louder. The louder
Okay.
setting that you have
Alright,
enabled.
is this good now?
Yes, that seems fine for me. You
Okay.
sound terrible, but that doesn't matter. As long as you're audible.
Okay, thank you.
You might want to turn on Discord's noise suppression potentially. But
Okay.
I'm fine with the static and stuff that I'm hearing for now.
Okay, okay, na-on ko na yung noise suppression. Is it clear?
Yes, you
Parolo?
still sound audible, but no more static this time. You still kind of sound
Nice.
horrible, but again, that doesn't really matter.
So, do we still have time left to what, retrieve the book or next session na
Well,
naman?
I'd like to end things off in a nice cliffhanger. So I'd like Astrinius to make a choice first. This
Okay.
will be the last decision you make for the game. Yeah, because we are indeed kind of out of time for now. So yeah, how do you plan now that you have this information on how you'll retrieve the book?
Hmm. I woke up, probably sneak,
Again, I
and
guess I can give you a choice, or rather,
yeah,
I'm just gonna straight up tell you what I want you to do.
yeah,
Is
you can give me.
basically, I want you to go meet up and talk to Iris in the meeting thingy. Again, because like it's the meeting hours in the prison. You can set up a meeting or whatever the frick that's called, because I don't remember.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. By the
Uh,
way, I lack a little bit of imagination, so a little bit of tips and helps that would be appreciated.
yeah, that's fine. I'm used to playing with players that aren't as creative as the typical Reddit people might seem to be. But hey, nah, the thingy you did with the illusion and throwing. Well, apart from the fact that you should have thrown the fake book instead of the real book, that was pretty smart.
Since isn't that the trope na parang you throw the fake one meron yung totoo sa'yo. So I thought na kung itapon ko yung totoo, yung the real one, she would chase it. But I forgot. May guards pala sa likod niya.
Yeah, I mean, you still managed to get Iris to panic, so I'd still say it wasn't it wasn't a complete success, but you've got the spirit. He's not doing it right, but he's got the spirit. Anyway, so you set up to meet with Iris, and now you're both on other ends of the glass thingy, and she says, "So, you've come back to me," and uh, she says, and then as the police guy that let you in to do the meeting, you guys only have 30 minutes and we're doing a complete audit of everything you guys say in here. So just be warned about that. And with that, he leaves to give you to privacy, although like he said you guys are being audited, so really there's no privacy in these interrogations. Anyway, you must, I take it you're aware then, that I still have the book. They've actually taken it in my cell. And I suppose I'm more than willing to lend you the book. But I do have a request. Will you listen to my story as well as my request? If you do, it's fine if you don't accept, honestly. I just want you to listen. I'll still give you the book back after. Uh, Seeing as you really have there's really no reason for you not to listen. You nod, and Iris smiles. Very well then. Allow me to tell you about my desire for revenge. And that's where we end. To be
Nice.
continued.
But why was she a prick? Huh?
And
She could
how
have.
my revenge and how it relates to that book. I meant to say fully. Alright. So that was the first session. Hell yeah, that was epic. Was that great? Well, tell me it was great.
Yep, it was great, but I need to be more creative and imaginative. Like,
Don't worry about it. I'm a nice GM. I'm not a mean GM. I make sure the difficulty is well balanced and it's always going to be fun for my players. I've made the mistake before of making things too difficult and making my players quit. But well, if you do
also,
want the challenge and you want to improve, then hell yeah, of course you should try to do it. But
eh,
you don't be too pressured.
eh,
Ultimately, we're all trying to have a good time here. It is of my best interest to make the difficulty just right, and of your best interest to just try to have fun and not overthink things too much.
okay.
Seriously.
And then I'll probably need to speak a lot since I've been way taking over my head now. Is this the right thing to do or something like that? this the right thing to say, mga ganun.
Yeah,
Well,
it's okay for you to be quiet and for me to be. Again, I'm actually used to that. Most of my players are like that. I suppose I just attract introverts into my games.
nice.
But yeah, I guess that's it for this game. Thank you all so much for watching. Are we playing this Sunday? This week Sunday for the next session?
Yeah,
Same time,
Sunday.
20 o'clock.
Yep, 8
All
to
right.
9.
Then see ya then. Have
See ya.
fun with school tomorrow.
You too, bro. You too.
See ya. Boom. Hell yeah, that was great.